Oh. Hi. Mm-mm.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I am going to be reviewing the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe Vault palettes for you guys. Here I have the Dark Magic palette as well as the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and these are two palettes I received in my what I got for Christmas haul. If you have not seen that video, I'll place it on the screen so that you can go see it. I'm reviewing both of these palettes together because both palettes have colors that I wanted to incorporate in today's look. So I'm going to be reviewing these as a whole, as a team. We in this thing together. So, with that being said, I really enjoy how the look came out today. I'm pleasantly surprised. To be honest, all the reviews I've watched, I had zero hope for these palettes, but I'm really surprised with how they turned out. Now, saying that, I did have some complications with these palettes, but if you want to find out what the complications were, please continue watching till the end of the video where I give you guys my overall thoughts about the palettes. With that being said, if you would like to see how I achieved this look, then keep watching. Right? Peace. Like I said in the intro, I'm using both of these palettes. I'm testing them out together because there are shades in both of these palettes that I wanted to use together. So I will be giving you guys first impressions on both of these palettes. And what I'm going to do first is go into the Armed and Gorgeous palette, and I'm going to pick up the shade Smooth Criminal. It's this light brown shade right there, and I'm popping that into my crease. First, I'm just patting on the color to get the most color payoff, and then we'll blend out afterwards. I'm just gonna wipe some of that excess off the brush, and now go in and blend out the edges. And now just going into the shade Proud. It's the darker brown shade right here in the palette. I'm going to place that directly into my crease a little bit below where I placed the first brown shade. Now just going back in with the previous brush and just blending it out with no added product. Making sure everything is nice and seamless. Now at this point, since you have the colors placed, you can go back in with colors, deepen things up, make things more vibrant, stuff like that. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm just taking that darker shade, the darker brown, and making it a little bit more vibrant in color. Trying to get it as deep as I can. I am going to go ahead and dip into the Smooth Criminal shade to help blend that out and also add some more of that shade. What I'm going to do now is switch to the Dark Magic palette, and in that palette I'm going to take the shade Busted. It's this really nice deep turquoise blue shade. I don't know if you guys can see that. And that will be placed in my outer corner. And now I'm going to cut the crease. And as you guys can tell from the other eye, I'm just doing a simple half cut crease today. To be taking my Morphe 213 brush. This is really small, precise brush. And I'm taking the NYX Gotcha Covered Concealer. It's a really thick consistency. Very thick, it's tacky. So it's perfect for shimmers to stick onto. And I'm using it in the shade medium. And that's what I'll be using to cut my crease. Okay, so for my lid shade, it is not in one of these palettes. It's actually in my BH Cosmetics Club Tropicana palette, and I'm just taking this lime shade and the yellow shade. So I dip into the yellow first and then into the green because I want more of the green shade. If I was to do it green and then yellow, it would come off more yellow. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm just taking that on a flat eyeshadow brush and placing that all over my lid. Okay, now that we have that shade all over the lid, I'm going back into that brush that I used that turquoise shade on. And I'm just going to dip back into that turquoise shade just a little bit. Tap off the excess and start to blend that into the lime shade. And the key to a very nice blended half cut crease is to make sure first that the base is smooth. So that's where patting comes in at. And then when you're patting, you want to make sure that you're patting the concealer into whatever eyeshadow you have on your outer corner. That starts the blending process. So that when you go in with your lid shade, all you got to do is go back and forth between the lid shade and the corner shade to get that nice gradient blend. I don't know if y'all can see that, but now it's really nice and blended. So we gonna move along. Moving along to my lower lash line, I'm taking the very first blending brush we used and going back into that Smooth Criminal shade, that light brown shade. We're just gonna take that along the bottom lash line, but first let me wipe off this bake that I've had on for years. Because I do not normally do my eyes first. I mean, I don't normally do my face first, but I found that, you know, it saves a lot more time, so I'm trying to get used to doing it. But normally I do my eyes first, so that's the only reason I had bake on for so long. Because I didn't know if these palettes had crazy fallout, in which they don't. I'm seeing that they don't, so that's pretty good. And they're really nice and blendable, like they're easy to blend, which is always a plus. Because sometimes shadows can be too good to where you have to really work with them. Okay, and now going back into that turquoise shade, we're gonna pop that closest to our waterline. Okay, so I went ahead and went off camera and finished the rest of the details, such as my eyeliner and my eyelashes, and I went ahead and did, you know, the rest of my face, like my bronzer and stuff like that, because I don't really think people care, or at least I don't really care about how people do their face makeup. I think it's just depending on the type of face you have, and everybody's face is different, so that part I don't really, you know, care too much about. Not saying, you know, that people don't do good job on their face makeup. I just have a different type of face structure. Like my face is different in areas, like things don't match, and so how one person does their face is probably completely different than how, you know, I'll have to do my face, so that I just really don't care that much about face makeup. But yeah, I did all of that, and then I did my lips as well. I just took this brown lip liner that I got at my local beauty supplies by Ruby Kisses, and does it have a color? Brown. That's it. Yeah, that's all it says. So I took that and I lined my lips, and then I went in with this AOA liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Bombshell, and it gave me this really, really nice brown shade, because it's kind of an orange, like an orangey brown. Let me see if I can show you guys. It's like an orangey brown. But this lip liner turned it into more of a milk chocolatey brown color. So my overall thoughts on these palettes is that they're really good. They blend really well. The colors blend really well with each other. The only thing is that you have to work with these on a set base. You cannot use a wet base. I know I used a wet base with my cut crease, but that's only because I use this Club Tropicana palette for my lid shade. Now with these palettes, you have to use a set base because the colors will start oxidizing more than what they already do. As you guys can tell, the browns in this palette are way lighter than how they came out on my eyes, but on a wet base they oxidize even more, and along with them oxidizing, they also were very, very patchy. And the first time around, I've done this look probably about a good 3 times. This is my 3rd time trying to do this look with these palettes, but I was determined. So the first time around, what I did was I used my base wet, and then I started off doing the light to dark transitions, how I normally do it, and that didn't work at all, so I wiped it off. I did the wet base again, but that time I went from the dark to light transitions, and that didn't work, so wiped it off for the 3rd time, and I set my base. And setting my base did the trick. I did my usual light to dark transitions. I don't know how it would work if I would do the dark to light. Maybe my next time using these palettes, I'll do the dark to light transitions to see exactly how that works. But you do have to set your base with these palettes. Other than that, these palettes are a dream. I love the pigmentation. I love the blendability that it gives. Just good palettes. So so if you like what you see, I would definitely recommend you getting these, especially if you've had your eye on them for a while like myself. I was just scared to purchase them myself because of all the controversy behind the palettes. If you want to know what controversy I'm talking about, if you don't know, I explained it a little bit better in my what I got for Christmas 2018 haul, so be sure to check that video out. I'm sorry that I'm sucking snot because my nose is kind of stopped up, and it just happened all of a sudden, and I can barely breathe, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe if you have not already. And if you are new to my channel, hey, how you doing? My name is Tony, nice to meet ya, and I will see you all in my next video. I'm sorry, that's so disgusting, but I love you guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.